Welcome back to my channel. My name is Allie if you have not been here before, and thanks so much for watching this video. Today's video will be part 2 of my baby favorites that are all over 100. These are going to be the higher ticket items that I either purchased myself or was gifted, and I also included one item that I regret purchasing. I posted part 1 last week where I discussed my stroller, the UPA Vista My Crib from Nest Egg, as well as the 2 higher end baby monitors that I own, the Owlet Dream Sock as well as the Nanit. So if you guys are curious on any of my thoughts on those products, be sure to watch part 1. As I mentioned in part 1, this is just my little intro because I knew I was thorough, but I had no idea how much I would be talking on each of these products, and the video is just going to be way too long to pack all into one video. So here is part 2. I really hope you enjoy it. As always, I will definitely be sure to link all the products that I'm speaking about today down in the description box. I am in no way saying that these products are, an absolute must. I'm just giving my personal opinion on whether I feel my money was well spent or maybe not. Each parent's and baby's needs are so different from household to household, so just keep all of that in mind while you're thinking about purchasing certain items. Before we get started, please make sure you subscribe to my channel if you have not already. Hit that notification bell so you're notified every single time I upload. If you guys enjoyed this video, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. I'd so appreciate that. Leave a comment down below if you have an opinion on any of these items that I'm speaking about today. Please be kind. I know some of this stuff can be quite polarizing. Or if there's anything else you guys would like to see from me, please let me know in the comments section. You can also find my social channels there, Instagram and TikTok, Poshmark, outfit details, camera details, all that great stuff. And that is it. Let's go ahead and get into part 2. Next on my list are a couple of places that I like to put my baby. That sounds kind of weird, but I want to talk to you guys about the bouncer I own as well as the swing that I own. First off is the swing, which after doing some research, I realized may not work out the first time around, but thankfully my son ended up loving his swing. We got the Graco Soothe My Way swing. I chose this one for a couple of different reasons. First of all, I'm not gonna lie, I liked the way it looked. Secondly, I loved that the rocker piece of it could come apart and you can use it as a separate rocker, bouncer, if you will. So we were able to kind of pick that up and put it around the house and place him in there without the swing base, which was so nice. I also really like that it vibrates, which is really nice and calming. And it also has multiple settings on it. So there was a variety of different ways that he could be rocked. We never really put him in there to calm him down. Honestly, I have a pretty chill baby as it is, but we love to put him in there while we were in the kitchen, cooking dinner or cleaning up or something. He really enjoys the little mobile. We like to put little different toys on it as well, just to give him something different to look at every once in a while. He is just now reaching the point where he's a little too big for it. We definitely don't put him in it as much anymore, but up until just after 6 months probably, we were using it every single day. So 10 out of 10 recommend that. Like I said, I have read some discourse online about swings. Sometimes babies just don't like the one that you initially put them in and then they can handle a different one. Ours loved this one from the get-go and we really loved it as well. I also own the BABYBJÖRN bouncer, which is a little bit pricey for sure, especially for what it is. It's a bouncer, and you might be thinking, why do you have a bouncer and a swing that has the rocker insert that you can separate? You definitely don't need both. If you have a swing that has that option where you can separate it, obviously you can take that around the house and it's fine and good and easy and great. We love our BABYBJÖRN bouncer. He is so comfortable in that thing. I actually have a little bar that attaches to it that he plays with. The reason I like to have both is just honestly for convenience. It's so nice to be able to set your baby down so you can do something, whether it's go to the bathroom. We actually keep the BABYBJÖRN bouncer in our bathroom and we put him in there in the morning when Brian and I are brushing our teeth and washing our face and all of that stuff. If the place we're traveling to is within driving distance, we always bring it in the car with us because it's so nice to be able to set your baby down somewhere just so you can get something done or just set them down for a second. The BABYBJÖRN bouncer is also nice because it converts to a toddler chair. So it's not something that we're just going to be using for the first 6 months of his life or something and then we can't use it anymore. I love a baby item that can be used for years and years to come. The cover comes off of both the swing and the bouncer that I have, which is really nice too because you can toss them in the wash if they spit up on them or something. And I did put both on my registry and was very grateful to receive both for my baby shower. There's definitely more affordable options of either, and I'm sure they might be just as good. But just on my personal experience, I really enjoy both of them. And I was told by a friend of mine that like the BABYBJÖRN bouncer is just that good. So put it on your registry. And if you get gifted it, yay. Let's talk next about my car seat, which I'm not necessarily going to say you absolutely have to get this infant car seat, because as much as I like it, there have been some drawbacks to it. But what I will say that I for sure recommend is getting an infant car seat that is rotating. My sister and brother-in-law had a swivel car seat, and that was one of the things that my brother-in-law told my husband. He said, you must get a swivel car seat. It makes your life so much easier. So Brian told me that is my only requirement with a car seat. I don't care about anything otherwise. Let's just get one that swivels. And I think there's a lot more on the market now for infants, but when I was shopping around, there weren't as many options. We ended up going with the Cybex Aton G swivel. One of the main selling factors for me is that it worked with my stroller that I picked out. You can get attachments for it and it just fit perfectly into my stroller. Cybex is highly rated for safety also, so I really liked that aspect. I honestly can't tell you how easy it is to install. My husband's installed it every single time, but we've traveled with it and he's never had an issue installing it in any of the cars that we've used. One of the drawbacks I think with a swivel car seat is it does have a base that separates from the car seat. So it just makes the car seat a little bit bulkier when you're carrying it through the airport or whatever. We also had a recall on the car seat. I believe the new ones are totally fine, but Cybex was able to send us the part to fix it, and my husband didn't have a problem installing whatever he needed to. But I've also taken the cover off and washed it. I will say over time it does have some pulls in the fabric, which I also read as a negative review, but I'm sure a good amount of car seats experience some hefty wear and tear with having a baby in them. We are still using it at this point, and as long as there's no recalls on it in the future, we're definitely going to be using it for the next baby. So I'm definitely not saying you absolutely have to go get my specific car seat, but I definitely recommend having an infant swivel car seat, especially if you're trying to get a sleeping baby out of the car. Being able to turn it towards you and pick them up that way versus having that like awkward reach around, try to pick them up situation, like having it swivel towards you. It's great. Being able to have him faced towards me while clipping him in just makes me feel a lot more reassured that everything is good to go and he is safely placed inside his car seat. So could not recommend a swivel car seat anymore. Once again, another polarizing topic is a sterilizer. I've seen some people say they are completely unnecessary. My sister's child is over 2 years old at this point and she still uses hers every single day, so she said I could not recommend more. Like I said, some people think that sterilizing is unnecessary, but I like to make sure my son's items are very, very clean, especially his bottles. I've seen way too many images of babies with thrush, and that was one of the first questions that I asked my pediatrician is how can I avoid thrush, and she was like, just make sure everything is sterilized. And I really like my sterilizer. It's actually the sterilizer and dryer from Baby Brezza, and I was really grateful that Baby Brezza actually gifted that to me. Not necessary for me to talk about or sponsored, but I did want to give them a shout out because I really do enjoy this product, especially when I'm traveling and I can't bring it with me. Oh my gosh, do I miss it. The whole process, sterilizing and drying, takes 10 minutes, which is really, really nice. Super easy to clean and descale. A lot fits in there. You also have the option of just sterilizing the items or just drying the items, which is great. Sometimes there's something that doesn't need to be sterilized, but I wash it, toss it in there, and just hit dry mode, and it is great. When I'm traveling, I bring a little travel sterilizer bag that you can toss in the microwave to sterilize everything, and oh my gosh, especially in California, everything takes forever to air dry. It drives me nuts. I miss my sterilizer and dryer when I'm traveling. It's another thing that once again, if it fits in the car, if we're traveling somewhere, I will bring it with me. I do not care how big and bulky it is. I love having it with me. The only thing I will say is if I could go back in time or if I wasn't gifted the sterilizer, again, this is all preference. Some people don't mind washing dishes. It is probably my least favorite household chore. I hate washing dishes. I would rather do anything else in the house than wash dishes. And when you have a baby, oh my gosh, there are a lot of dishes to wash. So in hindsight, I do wish I would have gotten a bottle washer, sterilizer, dryer combo situation just so that I could avoid washing dishes. Again, absolutely not necessary, but if you're somebody who hates washing dishes too and you've got a lot to wash, it's something to consider. So thus far, everything's been relatively positive. Let me talk about one item that, yeah, I regret purchasing. My pack and play. I am a first-time mom, and there are some things when you're putting stuff on your registry you don't really know about until you actually use them. When I was looking at pack and plays, I was looking more for aesthetics more than anything. And this is just like a rookie, I feel like, first time mom mistake, is you just look for the pretty shiny thing versus what's actually practical. You just don't know yet. So I bought the Maxi-Cosi Swift Baby Activity Playard. I had to look it up because I couldn't remember what it was called. It is stunning. It is a beautiful, beautiful pack and play. I didn't actually take it out of the packaging until I was going to use it. And I will say this is another mistake that I, in hindsight, wish I would have known. I don't recommend buying things that you're not going to use within like the first maybe 2 months of your baby's life, unless you absolutely 100,000,000% for certain know that you are going to use it and love it in months to come. I definitely recommend using your registry discount on things that you're using immediately, because this has happened to me a couple different times. I purchased things using my registry discount before my son was born, and these items weren't going to be actually used until he was maybe 6 months old. When I finally went to go open up those items and use them, I was disappointed. And unfortunately, we were beyond the return window. And that's exactly what ended up happening with my pack and play. Like I said, it is beautiful. It is stunning, gorgeous, top tier quality. It folds really easily, it packs down really nicely. But the mattress in the bassinet part of it, as well as the bottom portion, it's an awkward size. It is not standard pack and play size. The reason that is an issue is because if you are wanting a different mattress for your pack and play, if you are wanting to put sheets on your pack and play, it is going to be a lot more difficult to find something that is going to work. Now, I know the reason they did this, and I think it even says it on the website, because I just about ripped my hair out trying to find sheets that would work with this pack and play. The reason is because of safe sleep. I guess you're not supposed to add anything to a pack and play because that does not promote safe sleep. Judge me if you want to, but I'm sorry, that's just not practical. Mattress, I can get beyond that. My son sleeps on the mattress just fine. I don't think it's the most comfortable thing in the world, but he's slept overnight on it 12 hours, been fine. I tried using it without sheets, and you know what happened? I'm sure you can guess what happened. He spit up on it, and that's a pain to clean up every single time versus being able to toss a sheet on, he spits up on it, you take the sheet off, you replace it with a new sheet. Like, just makes so much more sense. So anyway, all that to say, I had to search high and low for a sheet that would fit this dang pack and play mattress, and I was able to find one company that makes a sheet that fits it. Maxi-Cosi doesn't even do it. So I'll link that below for you guys if you end up in the same boat as me and you end up wanting to get this pack and play. Again, just my opinion. It's gorgeous, it works well, but don't recommend just because the sheets are pricier. The mattress pad that I had to get, it is definitely on the pricier side, but I couldn't return the pack and play, so that's what I get. I ended up purchasing a Graco pack and play. I don't remember exactly which one it is. I will put it up on the screen, but it was under $100. I purchased that one to keep at my in-laws' house. They live out of state, and I love that pack and play. Is it the most gorgeous, stunning pack and play you've ever seen in your life? No. Does he nap in it just fine? Does he sleep 12 hours in it just fine? Yes, he does, and that's all that matters, really. You want your baby to sleep well, and you want them to sleep safely. I had zero problems finding a pack and play mattress that is safe and comfy for him, that works with that Graco pack and play, as well as sheets and a mattress pad. Zero problems. So if you are planning on picking up a pack and play that is maybe on the pricier side, maybe one of those like designer label brands, make sure it's easy to find sheets and a mattress protector for it, because my situation has been an absolute nightmare. Quickly, I wanted to share the Highchair that I ended up with. I went through 2 Highchairs. The first one we tried was from the brand Lalo, and my son was not comfortable in it. He just like didn't seem like he fit well in it, so we ended up going with the Hauck Alpha high chair. I got it from Walmart and he fits great in it. It's really good quality and I like it. There's not much more to say about it. It's a great high chair. It was easy for my husband to put together and we like it, so just gonna throw that out there. And lastly, I wanted to include this even though we just started using it because I love it. I put a travel stroller, umbrella stroller, whatever you want to call it, on my registry. I was gifted one at my baby shower. We pulled it out to use it months and months later, well after the return deadline, and come to find out I hated it. It was just way too flimsy. The shade didn't come down far enough, so he was like in full sun when we were on walks. So I was super bummed. I'm like, what a waste of money. Back to the drawing board, trying to find a travel stroller. Once again, I did a ton of research, watched a bunch of TikToks, and the one that I ended up with is the Zoe Tour stroller, and we love it. We just traveled with it to California, brought it on a plane, strolled it through the airport. We absolutely loved it. For being such a lightweight stroller, it feels so sturdy. It's really nice and easy to push compared to that other stroller we got. It was just so flimsy. Another thing that I absolutely love about it is the shade comes way far down. Like you can fully block your child from the sun, or if they end up falling asleep in it while you're out for a walk, it's just really easy to get that full coverage on them, but they definitely still have airflow on the sides. It folds down so easily too. I've also heard that it is small enough to fit in the overhead compartments on some planes. We didn't end up doing that when we traveled, we just gate checked it, but I definitely think you get what you pay for with this stroller. It is over $200, but I did use my registry discount for it and zero regrets. I definitely think my money was well spent there. It is a gorgeous stroller and it actually feels quality. I feel like I just chatted your ear off, but it's hard to be short and sweet and to the point when you're talking about baby gear, especially when things are so pricey. I just hate wasting money, so I am super thorough when I do my research on products. So I wanted to be as thorough as I could with you guys as well. Like I mentioned, I will be linking all of these products down in the description box so you can look at the actual specs of the item. I will definitely be sure to link my Amazon baby registry if you guys are curious about any of the other items that I picked out. I only kept the items on that registry that I do use and love. I did not like put a bunch of like fluff items on there. I do not want you to waste your money. But like I said at the top of the video, if you have opinions on any of the items that I touched on this video, leave them down below, or if you have great alternatives, also leave those suggestions down below, and I would love for you to explain why you like those items. For any of you moms out there like me who maybe overdo it with the research when it comes to purchasing anything, your feedback is well appreciated. But that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and sincerely, I hope you found it helpful. If you did, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. I'd so appreciate that. If you guys would like to see what my essentials are for the 3 to 6 month age, I can definitely make a video on that as well. As always, I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!